I'm Andre. I was 14 years old when folks started to notice things weren't good at home. Life's tough sometimes. Situations get out of control. My parents, things got kind of bad for a while. Eventually a social worker came and said I'd be leaving with her. Suddenly my life was turned upside down. I was in a group foster home, new adults around all discussing what should happen next. I didn't really know what I wanted. Everything was up in the air. I was moved to a different school, had to make new friends, but I didn't want to talk about what I was going through. Eventually one group home became another, and then another, and my book bag was my luggage. My world was sort of lonely. My judge appointed a volunteer to my case. A Casa, they said. Court-appointed special advocate. His name was Ben. I'm thinking, great. Another person I have to get to know. Somebody else I have to repeat my story to. But Ben was different. Ben spent a lot of time with me during my case, and for years during my case, this guy got to know me. We hung out and we just talked. We talked about me and what I wanted, what I needed, and what I dreamed for. I could really tell he actually cared about me, about what's best for me. And when he wasn't with me, Ben was meeting with my teachers and doctor, visiting my mom and dad, and just getting his hands on all the information he could. Ben wanted to know what was in my best interest, and he wanted to make sure my judge knew about it. Eventually, everyone on my case knew I wasn't going back home. I knew I wasn't going back home. But Ben had a plan. He worked with me and my social worker to find a program to help me make the transition from foster care to adulthood on my own. And the judge considered it, agreed, in order to make it happen. Ben was there. He was consistent. And he was always thinking about those next steps for me. And when I didn't know who to turn to, who to talk to, and who to shout and holler and pound my fist and cry to, I turned to Ben. Ben was there. Ben was my advocate, my guy, my rock. Ben was in my corner making sure my voice was heard and my needs were noticed. Ben played a huge role in making me who I am, the person I am, and the father I am. My Casa volunteer changed my life. You know, life's tough sometimes, but there are people out there, people like Ben, determined to make life better for someone else. Someone like me.